Now, workers at BMW SA's Rosslyn plant in Pretoria have downed tools on Monday. This after alleged claims of mass dismissals from the company. But the German carmaker denies these claims and says the protest is a response to a fraud investigation within the company's medical aid scheme. Financial Mail's editor-at-large, David Furlonger, joins us now to unpack not just the strike, but the overall picture of where BMW is in its development. Thank you so much for your time, David. What actually is going on and behind workers downing tools this week?
Well, there's a lot of disinformation which has been going around. Yes, they were talking about hundreds of people being laid off. It's not clear where that came from. There had been fears. Remember a few weeks ago, Mercedes-Benz announced they were cutting from 3 shifts to 2.
Yes.
And there were suspicions that other car makers like BMW might do the same. So it appears that a rumor went round and somebody took it seriously. The company itself has made it clear that it's all around medical aid fraud.
Okay, and not about layoffs or retrenchments or anything like that.
The company is insisting that anyone who is laid off, it will be because of fraud within that medical aid scheme. And this is not a time to be talking about mass layoffs anyway, because BMW at the end of, we're talking BMW South Africa.
Yes.
At the end of last month, they stopped production of their X3 sports utility vehicle, the previous version, and they're about to start production of the new version, both the diesel, petrol and plug-in hybrid. So there is already demand for that vehicle around the world. So it's a little bit unlikely. No, it's not. It's extremely unlikely that anyone's going to be laid off from the production plant at the moment.
So at this point, because you talk about the stoppage of production of this X3, and now they're going to be starting another one. So are we just at this point just waiting for this next production where basically nothing's really being done?
No, the plant is busy, but it's busy with preparation. So the last of the equipment will be going in. The workers will be training on the new equipment or getting used to the new equipment, and preliminary production will be going on. So the vehicle is due to go on sale in the next few weeks. Commercial production is due to begin next month, but it'll still be busy within the plant. No question of that.
Well, actually, you talk about this new production of this X3. Is it all sorts of versions in terms of the engine? You're talking ICE, hybrid, and all of that? Yeah.
Look, BMW, like many companies, is going slowly towards electrification. So the plant here is going to continue with petrol and with diesel. It will be the only plant in the world which is building a hybrid version or a plug-in hybrid version. So it's assured of good demand. Although having said that, if we look at what's happening in Germany and France at the moment, not to BMW specifically, but in the last month or so, there's been a very big drop-off in demand for electric vehicles.
Yeah, because I was about to ask if the demand then will be across the board for petrol, diesel and hybrid.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of the markets around the world where the X3 will be sold are not ready to go wholesale into electric, like South Africa. South Africa is certainly not ready to go wholesale, whether it's plug-in hybrid or battery electric vehicle, which is wholly electric, certainly not ready. So there will be demand for all of those variants of the X3.
Are they only planning on exporting this, or will there be some selling locally as well?
They will sell as many as they possibly can locally. If we look at the past, 90% or over 90% of sales have been for export. So that's unlikely to change in the short term. Clearly BMW, like all companies, would like its South African production to be sold as far as possible within South Africa. But realistically, like Mercedes-Benz in South Africa, the overwhelming majority of its vehicles are exported.
And would you say that this is the right time, as we got a 25 basis point interest rate cut yesterday from the South African Reserve Bank?
I would personally probably wait for one or two other more basis point reductions.
But, yes, which are coming.
Yeah, which are coming. But I do think that the sentiment is there. We've started. It's going to increase demand. And particularly at the top end of the market, at the luxury market, at the executive market, which really has been struggling the last 4 or 5 years, they need all the help they can get.
Well, talk to me about the magnitude of the investment that BMW has committed now for this new production of the X3.
Okay, well, the announced investment was 4.2 billion. So the current model, if I can call it the current model, the one that's just been phased out, that was 6 billion in 2018. And a couple of people have said, well, it's less than last time, so it's less commitment from Germany. That's not true, because they're building on that previous that previous 6 billion rand investment. So the 6 billion rand set everything up for the X3. So this new one, this 4.2 billion, which I expect will grow, because it always does. That's always the basis, and then other little bits and pieces come in. So eventually I think it'll be well over 4.2 billion.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and giving us insights there, David. That was David Furlonger, editor at large for Financial Mail.